Yo, what is going on, guys? My name's Friend the Machine, back at it again with another bow upgrade tutorial. I got you guys there, but anyways, today I'm going to be showing you guys the possible best setup guides for solo do Eisendrache zombies. So if you're going to enjoy today's video, make sure you're slapping a like on it down below, because then you can, like, I don't know, if you're playing zombies right now and it's making you lag while doing the steps, then you can always like it and then go on your recent liked videos and come back to the steps that I'm going to be showing you guys today, which is on how to upgrade the bow and obtain the bow in the same round. But not only that, how to do all of that in round 3. So this is the earliest possible round I've found to do on solo. I think you'd have to get extremely lucky to do this on round 2, but without any further ado, I'm going to say to you guys, you will be able to do this on round 2 in cooperative, whether you're playing with 2 people, you and one other person, or you're playing it with up to 4 people, whether it's 3 people in total, including yourself obviously, or 4 people. But anyways, the first step right here, I get lucky with the double points, and you're going to need to do this because, bearing in mind, we're going for a round 3. It's easy to do on round 4, but round 3 is a stretch because, I don't know, I'll get into the steps in a minute about how the zombies works and how getting more zombies works and why it's different for round 3. But anyways, like you see me doing now, all I'm doing is shooting the zombies as much as I can in the legs and then knifing them. But you also need to get lucky and get a right drop out of these, 6 zombies that come, or however many do on round 1. And like you'll see me get here, I get a max ammo. So I have 8 bullets left in my gun already loaded, and then I get the max ammo. I have 2,940 points without proning a quick revive, so we're going to go and do that now. And I have full ammo in my gun. So in this round, I'll be shooting the zombies in front of the dragon 8 times in the chest, and then I will be knifing them because that, it's the best way to actually kill them, by knifing, and then shooting them obviously gets you an extra 80 points if you land all 8 shots from the magazine. And then I will be shooting them like in a row when I'm training them round, collating through them, so I'm getting even more points in the leg at the same time. So it's always good to maximise on your points, prone all the perks like you can see me doing here, and if you apply all the knowledge and techniques that I've just described for the first dragon to all the dragons right there, then you're pretty much sorted, and we're going to move on to actually upgrading the bow right now. And obviously, to maximise on your points when you're actually shooting the zombies near the dragons, you want to be shooting them if you have ammo. Don't buy any guns off the wall, but if you only have no ammo, and then you can just knife them. I mean, knifing them is the best way to kill them in the first place anyways. So anyways, without any further ado, you saw me get the other arrow there to actually start the electric bow tutorial, and we're going to be shooting the bonfires. So obviously you're going to need a lot of points to actually, get anything done and everything done to do with this tutorial on round 3 like I'm going to show you guys. But it's a really good tutorial, honestly. It lets you do the Easter egg on round 4, and I know from personal experience mostly the dogs come for me on round 5, and that sometimes screws me over, obviously in terms of doing the Easter egg in itself, but like it glitches out, say if dogs are constantly spawning, like when you're doing the Easter egg steps when you're actually feeding the souls to the Apothecary Keeper, the round skips and the dogs are just all over the place, to be honest, and sometimes you end up going up more rounds than anticipated. So we're going to do the next bonfire. We did the hardest one first, so we're going to do the easiest one right now, which is obviously where you actually finish off the Easter egg at the computer, where you do Simon Says for the first time to open the safe. And let's get into the next step. So what we're going to do now is go down to the rocket pad. Bearing in mind you will need a lot of points, so don't buy anything like I said before, because you will need to open the door to teleport, and then you will need to teleport, and then you will need to teleport back. So I've already done that in this tutorial right now, so I'm just going to use the jump pad to get down. And obviously you need 2,500 points to do that in the first place, because let's face it, if you're going down there 1,500 to open the door to get to the teleporter in the first place, 500 points to teleport, which equals 2,000, and then get back again, which is like the main step right here, guys, getting back, because obviously that's how you're going to get more zombies, by flicking the Ragnarok switch, not going into the doors closing area where you can actually get the Ragnarok part, and then actually jumping back up, which requires that 500 more points, which is equating to overall 2,500. So now we will be using the jump pad to go back down to the rocket pad, and the objectives we've got to do down there is shoot the last bonfire with the Wrath of the Ancients bow, which we're going to do right now, and then all we have to do is wait for the Ragnarok switch to be able to flick, which is when the rocket testing mode starts. So that's what's happening now. We're going to flick the switch, and when we do this, when we don't get the Ragnarok part and we just go straight back up like you see me doing the gameplay in the background, we get 10 zombies anytime and every time we do this process. So we're going to be doing that a lot, because obviously some of the bow upgrade steps, besides actually putting in the arrow and upgrading it in the actual upgrade stand, you need to actually sacrifice souls, and in this case we need to fill up the little urns pots. So we're obviously going to have to do that after running over the wall pads. So I don't really think the wall pads are a main problem, but I mean, if you're not good at wall running, then just practice it, because at the end of the day it doesn't let you fail and then not do it in the same round. If you fail, and it actually lets you fail, like say if you fall off or a zombie whacks you off out of that place where it actually comes out of the wall, you can just start it again in the next low gravity mode or the exact same low gravity mode. So it's not exactly a real like pain in the ass to do. As you can see there, the zombie came out of the wall for me, so I just jumped over and like I just, you know, jumped back and forth. It's really not hard at all. I believe there's only 5 pads in total, like the Van Gogh style wind patterns that you have to run over, and then that step is done. So now what we have to do is keep repeating the process of going down to the rocket pad, getting more zombies to fill up the Ernst pots, bearing in mind they take 5 each, and once you've filled 5 zombie souls into an Ernst pot individually, then you can actually shoot the bonfire next to it, where you've actually just filled up that Ernst pot again with the Wrath of the Ancient's bow. But bearing in mind you will need to pull your bow all the way back near the pot that you've just filled up with electricity from the souls being charged and stuff. Bearing in mind you can kill these zombies anywhere you want. You only need to kill 5 around it, and that only entails 2 trips down to the rocket pad, flicking the Ragnarok switch to get more zombies and then going back up, because there's only 3 pots. Bearing in mind one is here, one is near the pink void quest start where you get the arrow, and then the other one is down at the rocket pad. So the rocket pad's the last one because you have to train down there, and that's the hardest one. So obviously you want to knock the easiest things out of the way first. I mean, the long range shot where the pink void bow is where we're going to go now, where we're getting more zombies and then we're going to go back up to there, is a hard shot to make. So bearing in mind, if you have more motive and more steps done, then you might want to survive more. You might have the, you know, motive to keep going on and keep like running around the zombies and not dying, because bearing in mind when you're down at the rocket pad, there's electric zombies, there's flame zombies, and they do a lot of damage to you, like in the situation here where I don't have Juggernog. So right now we're just going to be filling up the second pot before we go down to the rocket pad to do the last one, and that only requires 5 zombies like before, so it's pretty easy. And you'll see me in the gameplay in the background just running around the zombies, because bearing in mind they aren't running at me at this point, and I will be able to just cock my bow back or pull it all the way back and then actually go down to the flame bonfire where we've already previously shot it with this bow, and then actually make it all electric and flame at the same time. So it's a really kind of long drawn out process if you want to get things done early, but at the same time it's completely worth it if you want to go to high rounds. And bearing in mind you will need to kill some panzers if you start the Easter egg, but if you've got the electric bow, I mean, let's be honest, it's the best weapon in the game, to be honest. I mean, a lot of people like the Ragnarok DG4, but in my opinion the electric bow is the best. So now we have 5 souls, as you can see me do there. I'm going to charge my bow back right now, go down to the hardest long range kind of spot to shoot a bonfire, and we're going to make it electric and flame at the same time. This is kind of like a makeshift between the electric bow and the flame bow, which is just the Wrath of the Ancient's bow as it is, because of the fact you get electric on the end of your arrow, which is what the electric bow does at the end of the day. It would make sense, right? So it's kind of not like upgraded, but you only get them shots if you're standing near the Ernst pot. So like we saw there, I got the shot. I mean, first try, baby, you know what I mean? I'm kidding, that's why I had to cut the scene, because I didn't get it first try. But the last one right here is kind of hard. You've got to go into the doors closing area, and instead of going back up through the Wonder Sphere to the normal area near where you start, you will need to obviously go in here and save a few zombies, but kill some at the same time, meaning 5, to fill up the pot. But not only that, keep a few zombies to stay the round on round 3 and not end the round to go into round 4, because we're doing this on round 3, bearing in mind, because obviously that's important to do the Easter egg really early, and then you will just need to try and survive in here. The rocket testing sequence doesn't go on for too long, so you will be able to do this. I mean, in the gameplay in the background, I'm not making it look difficult at all, because I charge my arrow here and I hit it first try, and I actually do hit this one first time, guys, because I don't have to cut the scene. So you guys see my accuracy right here. I'm getting better with the bow. So now all we need to do is go up and get the reforged arrow from the place where we shot the arrow to get the arrow in the first place, to actually do all these sequences and start the upgrading process off for the electric bow. And then we need to take that down to the pyramid area and fill it with souls. So basically the only process we've got to do now is get more zombies. I mean, when you're always down here, just remember to get more zombies. So all I did there was I actually stayed down with them zombies that I had from where I actually went into the rocket testing area in order to fill up my last Ernst pot. But not only that, obviously shoot the bonfire, but not only that as well, to keep safe from the rocket blast so I didn't die. So when you have them zombies, I think it's a bit of a waste to go back up and then come back down again when the rocket testing starts again. So if you can train them zombies where they're all electric and flaming at the same time, then you can, you know, flick the Ragnarok switch again, because you were safe the last time, and then you're saving yourself points and actually getting more in itself, and then you're getting more zombies for when you come back up here, and then you can charge the souls on the upgrading stand. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right now when I get the reforged arrow. So that's basically all there is to it. All you have to do is keep going down to the rocket pad, flicking the Ragnarok part switch, not getting the Ragnarok part, and going into the rocket testing safe area, and then using the Wonder Sphere via to teleport or jump back up to actually, you know, get to the normal area where you start out and spawn. And then all that really entails is 10 more zombies on round 3, but if you're on round 4, you actually do get 20 20 zombies each and every time you actually flick the Ragnarok switch and go via the Wonder Sphere back up to the normal area. So like I've just shown you in the gameplay in the background there, I've cut to where I finished, you know, filling the zombie souls up, because all I was doing was repeating the process, like I said before, the Ragnarok switch, and then going back up via the Wonder Sphere to the normal area, and then coming back down to the pyramid area to actually upgrade the bow and sacrifice the souls. So that's what I've done, and now I'm going to pick it up and I'm just going to have an upgraded bow. So that's round 3. I've got Juggernog, and I had a lot more in round 3. I had 5 perks at one point, so I tried getting everything done, but I failed miserably because my shield broke, and then the last zombie trapped me. And I wasn't really paying too much attention, because obviously if there's not many zombies in the same round, you know, your attention lacks sometimes, and that's what lacks with me. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial, or it helped you in any way, shape or form for getting the bow upgraded, as well as just obtaining it in general on round 3, because I know it's a pain in the ass, especially for solo. But if you guys follow these exact steps on co-op, then I'm guessing you're going to be able to get it on round 2. And that is all I'm going to leave you guys with. So thank you all for watching. Slap a like on the video down below. I love all your faces as usual. Peace out.